I'm sorry, that's just funny. Alright. So here we go. Into game number 4. Spawning right on top of the blue Zerg from oGaming. Currently on a 2-win streak. It is OGimbaASfuts. And on the bottom left hand corner, we have the red Protoss from latest and greatest gaming. It is Abstract not going to be going for a Forge Fast Expand as the pylon is right in. OGimbaASfuts probably going to be going for a more greedier build because Whirlwind is a gigantic map. But the thing is that you can still have a 4-gate going on, as there are just so many chokes all over this map, and with chokes you're going to get line of sight blockers. And I am referee. I know I am referee because I can do that. Sorry guys. Anyways, OGimbaASfuts going to be going for the 15 hatchery, 16 spawning pool opening. A very normal opening. The Abstract going to be scouting the bottom right and then the top right bases. Getting his gateway thrown down, actually. So maybe he thinks that this could... He's going gateway first into Cybernetics Core with no fast expansion. Maybe he thinks OGimbaASfuts is playing Terran or Protoss. I'm not completely sure, as this isn't something that you would normally see in a PvZ. Or maybe he really just thinks that he can do this. Now probably the most likely thing that's going to be coming out of this is probably a 4-gate, 5-gate type of build. As Warp Gate is on the way now, the Zealot is out. He probably just thought that Imba was playing Terran or Protoss, as Imba actually does play random on the ladder. He plays any race in the GM ladder. So that was, he probably just didn't know completely. And Abstract going to be getting his second Nexus now. As soon as he gets that 400 minerals, which is right now. And we'll be throwing it down as we see right here. OGimbaASfuts going to be getting his third base over towards the left of his main. As that is a much smarter choice. And it keeps all your bases closer together, making it much easier for creep spread to be effective. Now Abstract still yet to show if he wants to do some sort of 4-gate type of build. He is throwing down the forge in his main, but he is getting a second assimilator. And another gateway going down at the natural expansion. The Stalker going to try taking out and Zealot. A second gateway now getting thrown down, bringing it up to a total of 3. Will there be a 4th? Yes, there will be a 4th. There's no proxy pylon though from Abstract anywhere on the map. OGimbaASfuts getting 22 Zerglings right now. His spider senses are tingling, or maybe just he sees that there is gateways thrown down. Probably expects a sort of 4-gate type of build. That's really on Whirlwind, that's actually pretty normal. to get a full gate type of build or some sort of gateway pressure. And now Abstract is arriving. His Stalker getting a lot of damage dealt to it. There are a ton of Zerglings out for OGimbaASfuts. Probably wants to get his Roach Warren soon, but he just doesn't have the gas to do it yet. The proxy pylon has been thrown down behind this bush here. Now another one probably, yes, it will get thrown down by the third base of OGimbaASfuts. Now the Zerglings are arriving. Will they get us around on the Zealots? Well, probably, as there are a ton of Zerglings here. Almost 2 cages of Zerglings. And the second proxy pylon is finished right now. The Roach Warren on the way for OGimbaASfuts, and 24 more Zerglings. That Metabolic Boost has just finished. And now it's going to be a lot easier for OGimbaASfuts to get rid of these Zealots and Stalkers. And they'll be doing just that right here, cleaning it up so quickly. Abstract not going to be able to do anything with that. And with this large abundance of Zerglings, he's probably going to try and put on a bit of a counterattack. Because really, Abstract doesn't have anything left to defend with. OGimbaASfuts also going to be taking out this other proxy pylon as well. The third base is getting thrown down for Abstract pretty quickly, or especially after that 4 gate. There are a few sentries and a zealot here at the third, and all the Zerglings are now arriving. Force field getting thrown down. One force field gets thrown down to try and protect the sentries, but the Zerglings, they're going to go straight for the natural. Now there is a cannon and a zealot, and these Zerglings, they're trying to get in, but it doesn't look like they'll be able to, as more sentries are getting warped in. So Abstract going to be staying safe. Ooh, and there is the probe train has just left the station. Will the Zerglings get them? Yes, it looks like they will be getting a few probe kills there. And the Zerglings just trying to do as much damage as they possibly can, as that is a very large abundance. And now the second probe train has left the station. Going to be going to the stop. That is the third next guy. Fourth base on the way for OGimbaASfuts now as well. +1 missile attacks coming out. There aren't too many roaches, and there actually isn't any roaches out yet. Galore Reconstitution going to be coming along with the +1 missile attacks. The second Evo Chamber on the way as well. And Zergling is going to be left all around the map to try and get some vision. Just trying to make sure that he knows what's going on. And now OGimbaASfuts, when he came in, he picked Antigua Shipyard, which is a very large map. And we saw him do so much damage on that map. And will it be same sort of in-game, I guess, mindset when coming into Whirlwind, as it's basically a large map with the same sort of stature? Of course, this map isn't as Terran favored as Antigua Shipyard is. But it still follows the same sort of pattern, I guess you could say. Fourth base is up for OGimbaASfuts, and he's going to get even more economically ahead. Actually, he's behind right now in workers, 62 to 71 in favor of Abstract. That's a little bit different. OGimbaASfuts really doesn't get as many drones, but now here we go. 74 to 74, tying it up now. And his third isn't as saturated. Neither is his natural, nor his main. His main actually is barely saturated at all. OGimbaASfuts, still being a Zerg, should be able to get just better production in general. Now Abstract going to be moving out onto the map with a lot of stalkers and sentries right now. No, he's going to be pulling back and getting his fourth base as well. There's a Zergling already here to catch it. And a few stalkers of Abstract are now arriving here to take care of it, basically. More Zerglings and Roaches are on the way. Ventral Sac, Pneumatized Carapace, 1-1 for melee and Passaging Glands on the way for ImbaASfuts. 1-1 about to finish up. And now ImbaASfuts is going in. Guardian Shield is up, and ImbaASfuts is going to be pulling back now. He is basically maxed out at 199 out of 200 with a 60 supply lead. Now 50. But still... Oh, and look at this, even getting Centrifugal Hook, so that means we're going to be seeing some Banewing drops as well, as we saw from him in game number 2 and 3. And the game is pretty much quieted down compared to what's been going on. Thermal Lance on the way, and the first 2 Colossi are going to be coming out soon. As an observer here for Abstract does see the entire army of ImbaASfuts, and Abstract is going to be arriving. Guardian Shields go up, Force Fields get thrown down, but they are for naught as they only trap 2 Zerglings. And ImbaASfuts just trying to go around. Baneling's now getting morphed in for all of the Zerglings there. And now all of the Stalkers, though, are arriving right now. The Banelings are trying to come in here. The Roaches going in as well. Great Force Fields, though, going to be funneling all of the units around them. But all the Banelings, half of them do end up making contact. The Colossi now coming out. And the Banelings blowing up on all the Stalkers, leaving the Colossus with barely any buffer. And now the Roaches going to be taking out 1 Colossus, and now the Zerglings and Roaches going down after chasing after that Colossus, and this Protoss army is going to get taken out very quickly, even with Blink. It's going to be extremely hard to press into this. So it looks like there are just more Stalkers now, and aggressive Blink goes forward, and ImbaASfuts is going to be pulling back. Supply was evened up, but now ImbaASfuts going to be using his Zerg production and going to be just pulling ahead. +3 ground weapons on the way right now, and more Banelings on the way as well for our Zerg player. And it looks like it's going to be Roach drops for Imba. And as Ruin just said in the chat, Imba needs to start his 2-2. He's only on 1-1 at the moment, as we see right here. And now, oh, look at this double expand coming out for our Protoss player. Going to be controlling the entire bottom half of the map now. Imba probably should be expanding as well soon, but seeing as how little his bases are saturated, it doesn't seem to be too much of a problem getting a 5th and 6th base. And as Abstract does have the worker lead by a lot, the army supply is going to be very much in favor of ImbaASfuts. And now that he's... Oh, it's going to be Baneling drops. Those Overlords are filled up. The Stalkers are going to be hitting them as well. And now the Roach is going in. Where are the Banelings? They need to come in. And nice bungles on the Stalkers as well. The Banelings getting dropped in, doing a lot of damage. And the Roach is being able to hit the Colossus right away. There are still 5 Banelings left in the Overlords. But these Roaches, will they be able to take out the Colossus? No, it doesn't look like it'll be enough. As ImbaASfuts is now down 70 supply. Needs to get something out soon, as that +3 ground weapons just doing so much damage for Abstract. And now a ton of Zerglings are coming in, but a blink will stop the rest of the Zerglings coming in. And Abstract is in such a comfortable position, and that is GG from ImbaASfuts. And Abstract going to be taking game number 4, tying it up 2-2 for LaG Gaming.